Hello friends, so I'm here to start a new series reading vlog. I'm going to be reading the Hathaways series by Lisa Kleypas. This is book 1, Mine Till Midnight. I'm actually in the parking lot at work right now. Yesterday I had enough time to listen to a whole 8-hour audiobook, so like this one I think it says it's just over 10 hours. So I'm hoping to have enough time to at least get through most of this one. I don't know what I'm doing today. Still learning the routine of what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and download audiobook because my screen time with how much I was reading on Kindle needs to there was a lot of screen time happening in downtime. So I figured if I download an audiobook, then I'm getting the story, but I'm also not using screen time. And also I can listen to it while I work instead of having to stop and look at my phone. So that is my plan. I'm watching out for anybody driving up near me. And I just spit everywhere. But that is the plan. I'm going to head inside and yes, I charged my headphones. For a second there I was like, wait a minute. But it is Wednesday, June 9th. I'm going to start the Hathaway series, hopefully get through most of Mine Till Midnight, listening to it while I'm at work. And then I think tonight we're gonna have dinner with my sister since tomorrow is her birthday, but I don't know that that's actually happening. It might be tomorrow, I don't know, but that's the plan. I'm gonna go head inside and get everything set up so I can listen to Mine Till Midnight. Hey guys, so that didn't take long at all. It's 5 o'clock. I just got back outside. We're letting the air conditioner go for a couple of minutes. I listened to all of Mine Till Midnight by Lisa Kleypas. It was a very slow day and I didn't do hardly anything, which is so weird coming from a retail, which was always find something, find something, find something. There's always something to do. This job is a lot different than that, and I'm still kind of grasping that. But as far as the book goes, I really enjoyed it. I think I'm going to give it a 4-star. There were some things... What year was this one? This one came out it says copyright 2007. So I can definitely see some things that probably wouldn't have been put into books nowadays. But overall I did really enjoy it. I enjoyed the romance. What was I gonna say? There was something I thought about earlier and I was like, I need to mention that. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, this one is, I don't even think I'm talking about it. This one is Amelia Hathaway and Cam. I forget why they met in the first place. They met together in London, and then they went to the estate that her brother has just become. I think he was a lord, just inherited something. I think he was the lord of something. They went to that estate, and Cam ended up being the neighbor, or working for the neighbor or something. I forget exactly what it was. That was all the way this morning, guys. But anyway, I don't know how to describe this without, So, he is from a traveler, Romanian background? It's that word that, yeah. And when he was younger, he was taken from the group that his family took him to basically gave him away, gave him to an orphanage, and he has always wanted to make money so that he can travel and find them again. But Amelia is, she's the oldest daughter. I think only the brother is older than her. And he is dealing with some grief from a past love that passed away, that got sick and passed away. So she kind of takes responsibility for her siblings and their families. Like she wants to take care of the house, she wants to take care of the siblings, she wants to just take care of everything. But she's very adamant that she's not going to get married because she's going to stay and take care of all of these things. And so there was that kind of that they had to work around of him wanting to travel and her not wanting to go anywhere. At the end, they did kind of agree to travel to find his family, but that they would always keep their roots with her family. I loved the siblings. I'm very excited to see a lot of their stories. The brother who's going through the grief, I think his story is going to make me cry. One of the sisters is in love with this kind of adopted in brother who wasn't ever officially adopted by the parents. She took care of him a lot when he was injured in this one, and I'm super excited. They better have a book, like preferably the next one, but I doubt I'm that lucky. I need to, I won't know until I get home who the next book is about. I need to see if I can go ahead and download that for tomorrow. Maybe I'll try to read some of it tonight. I don't know how much time I'm gonna have tonight. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed Mine Till Midnight. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. It's a good start to the series. Hey guys, so it is Friday night now. I forgot to update last night. I went out to dinner with a friend that I haven't seen since I switched jobs. But I did listen to Seduce Me at Sunrise yesterday. I think I'm gonna give this one 4 stars as well. This one is when the sister who, she had some type of illness and she's been really weak since the illness. And then in the first book, her and Mary Penn, who was like the adopted brother, the family kind of took him in but never officially adopted him. They've had this kind of like pull to each other since he first came to the family. And so at the beginning of this one, she and her brother go to France because there's a doctor there who says he can help her with her illness. And so they go to France and she continuously writes him. I want to say it says she was there for 2 years. And she writes him and he only ever writes her 1 letter back. So when they get home, when her and the brother get home, she's decided that she needs to move on. She realized, he's never going to admit his feelings. But, her doctor comes back with her, and, technically she's not his patient anymore, I think. And the doctor proposes to her after she's caught in a, compromising position with Mary Penn, but nobody realizes it's him. So the doctor proposes to her to, save her reputation. And then Mary Penn kind of is like, wait a minute, nope, she's mine. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm giving this one 4 stars again. I really, this one was so, talked about in book 1 that I thought it was going to be, this great epic epic romance of like pining for each other and like loving each other when they were like I'm gonna say children, but like younger, because I don't remember exactly how old they were. But it just wasn't. It was her really wanting him to tell a secret and him just being like, I don't know, like, I don't trust anybody. I don't want to tell you that even. And I'm like, but I don't know how I feel about this situation. So I'm giving it 4 stars. Today at work, I didn't have as much time to listen today, but I started Tempt Me at Twilight. I got to chapter 13, and this is Poppy's story. Okay, so at the beginning of this one, Poppy is trying to retrieve a letter from her, like, I don't know what the term would have been then. Now I would call him a boyfriend. But he's basically telling her to wait for him because he's got to deal with his dad and the inheritance and all that. Her brother is a lord now because they inherited it, but like they're not a like high society family, so he thinks his dad is going to take some convincing, so he writes her a letter and tells her to wait for him. She ends up running into this, I guess he is the owner of the hotel. Not entirely sure. He's got something or other to do with the hotel that they're staying at when this happens. But like basically they have a conversation and he kind of like is intrigued by her, and then she like runs away to go back to her family, and then he finds the letter and reads it and then like sends word to the guy's dad, which is really sketchy. He sent word to the guy's dad that he was like thinking about proposing to a Hathaway, and the dad like shut that down real quick. So I don't love that situation, but currently he has proposed to Poppy. What is his name? Harry Rutledge. He's proposed to Poppy, and they are like at the wedding, and she just found out the ex showed up and told her what he did, and he basically like copped to it, you know, like he was like, yep, that's what happened. So like I give him a tiny bit of credit for like not denying it, but also like way less credit for doing it in the first place. So what did she just tell him? Something about, he says, will you go through with it or not? I will never forget that you took away the man I loved and put yourself in his place. I'm not certain I can ever forgive you for that. The only thing I am absolutely certain of is that I will never love you. Do you still want to marry me? And he says yes without hesitation. I've never wanted to be loved, and God knows no one's done it yet. Like, I'm intrigued by the situation. I just wish that it wouldn't have come about from him doing that. That was really sketchy, and I don't love it. So I'm going to continue reading this tonight. I need to at some point film this weekend. I don't know what the weekend plans are. At one point it was mentioned going to the coast, but nobody's talking about that yet. So I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm going to read before I film. Just 'cause. Hey guys, so it is Saturday afternoon now. I think it's like 3 o'clock-ish. I just finished Tempt Me at Twilight, book 3. So I really liked this one. I think this one's been my favorite so far. Like I mentioned, I wasn't thrilled about what, Harry, they always call them by their last names in historical romances, the, like, love interests. And so I forget who I'm talking about when I try to say their first names. But his name was Harry. I didn't love what he did to, like, manipulate the situation into Poppy marrying him. But he didn't, like, force her to marry him or anything. You know what I mean? He just kind of took out the option for the guy she thought she was in love with. If that makes sense. I don't think it did. Anyway, so they get married, and he's a hotel owner. So they're living in the hotel, and he's, like, telling her she can't talk to the workers at the hotel, and she can't talk to the chef and all that. And she's like, I really just don't understand this, because she comes from a big family, and she's used to talking and spending time with the people that she's around. And he comes from the very opposite background. So it was really different for them to, like... I was going to say they met somewhere in the middle, but no, I think he really opened up and started talking to people more, talking to her more, like getting to know the people who worked for him and stuff like that. So I think this one, I think this one's been my favorite so far. I don't know what I want to rate it yet, though, because, like, I kind of feel like it might be a 5-star. But I didn't love that thing that happened that he did at the beginning. So, don't know about this one yet. Unfortunately, I have to stop reading now, because I need to go be productive. There's some dishes that need to be washed, and some just general, like, picking up that needs to happen. So, there's also, in the epilogue of this one, I'm guessing the next one is going to be Leo, the brother, and Catherine. She started out as the governess, and now she's just, like, their, like, lady's companion. Ooh, the very last scene of this book, the epilogue. Oh my goodness. I want to just go read. I need to know what happens. But I also know that I need to get this stuff done, and then I can just read for the rest of the night. So, that's the plan. I'm going to go try to get all the stuff I need to do done. Sorry, there's a baseball game on, and I was like, is he going to catch this fly ball, or is he not going to catch it? Anyway, I'm going to go get some cleaning done, and I will come back probably with some fangirling, because I feel like the next one, I have high hopes for the next one, which is probably going to be my downfall, but we'll see. Hey guys, it is Monday morning now. I was originally going to update last night, but my mom and I went shopping yesterday, and it was just kind of late when we got back, and I was tired, so I just sat on the couch and read. Sorry, I just had breakfast. I feel like there's stuff in my teeth now. So I am reading Married by Morning. I would say I'm probably about halfway done. I just picked it up physically. I do have the physical book with me and the audiobook, so probably gonna listen to the audiobook pretty soon, because I left it off at kind of a cliffhanger-y chapter end. So this one is Leo and Catherine. Leo is the oldest Hathaway sibling, the only brother. And Catherine was hired as a governess, and now she is a paid companion to the younger sister, Beatrice. And so, so they've always kind of had a bit of a back and forth, antagonistic relationship. They always, like, make fun of each other and stuff like that. But in this one, at the end of the last one, they shared a kiss. And in this one, they've been kind of becoming more friendly towards each other. And something happened about her past, and she tried to run away to, like, save the family embarrassment, and he went after her. And the cliffhangery part that I ended on was he said that she should marry him. So I'm super excited to go inside and finish reading, or finish listening to it to finish reading it. And then I do have the audiobook and the physical book for the last book in the series. I forget what it's called, but it is that youngest sister Beatrice's story. Which is going to be interesting, because I don't know if I think we may have met her love interest, but I don't know for sure. But I'm going to go inside and get started on work. Oh, yeah. It is hot and very bright. Okay, so it's just after 5 o'clock. I just got off work. This morning I finished listening to Married by Morning. And y'all, this was the 5-star. This was it. I loved Leo and Catherine. I loved their, bantery dynamic. Y'all know I'm a sucker for that. I loved their backstory, but also wanting to, help the other one overcome their backstory. When he was younger, Leo was engaged, and his fiance got sick and passed away, so he was dealing with grief, but then he also got sick and survived, so there was a whole, survivor's guilt thing to his grief. And then Catherine grew up in a really bad situation. Her mom got sick, and her dad left her with her grandma, who was, a madam. So, she was basically being, trained or groomed or whatever you want to call it to become a prostitute. But, right before she was, sold, her brother showed up and saved her. And she kind of went into hiding. And her brother actually... Oh, is that a spoiler? I'm not going to say that. That might be a spoiler. Anyway, I loved this one to pieces. And then this afternoon, I started listening to, at lunchtime, and then this afternoon, I started listening to Love in the Afternoon. This is Beatrix's story, and I'm really loving this one too. My plan had been originally to just, finish listening to it tomorrow at work, but I think I might read it tonight, physically. So Beatrix has this friend who is she's not engaged to a soldier, but she's corresponding with a soldier in hopes of getting engaged when he comes back. But the friend, doesn't really want to write him, so she says that she doesn't really have anything to say when he's moaning and complaining about war. So Beatrix takes the letter and writes back to him as the friend. Not the best. But now, I think Scribd said I was 51 or 52%. So now he's back, and he's just realized that it was Beatrix writing the letters, because he said something about the letters to the friend, and she was just kind of blank expression, didn't know what he was talking about. So he realized it was Beatrix. And I'm interested to see where it's going from here. I didn't like it. That felt kind of catfishy, because, yeah. But I'm hoping that the end, makes up for that, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Anyway, I need to go. I have a grocery pickup to go get, and then I'm going to head home. And like I said, probably continue reading. So we may, get to the end of this tonight. My original plan was just to wait and listen to it, but I don't think I can wait. I'm going to go get my groceries and go home. Hey guys, so it is probably 9:30, almost 10. I definitely need to be going to bed. But I just finished Love in the Afternoon. Yeah. I really liked this one too. I don't know that I'm gonna give it 5 stars though. the catfishing thing at the beginning, it just, yeah. So I should have looked to see when the last time I updated was. I don't remember. Anyway, so I liked in this one, I liked their dynamic. I liked the writing back and forth. But, you know, and then I liked that I feel like a lot of time in historical romances, it's always the love interest does or says something that the main character, female, like, misinterprets and is seen as dramatic by her dropping things. But I liked it in this one. It was his, I would call it PTSD. Obviously they didn't have that term then, from being at war. I would say that that was a lot of what they had to overcome. Just him kind of relearning how to be around people, how to be around her, somebody that he loves. My hair's, whoa. So yeah, I really liked this one. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. But that is the end of the Hathaways series. I thoroughly enjoyed this series. Where's the TV show for this one, Netflix? Anyway, I don't know what else to say. That's the Hathaway series. I'm tired. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.